Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts, Virtek and Chibi Bree, are back from their latest adventures.
Hello. hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Feather. We are in some unusual cosmetics.
Some new cosmetic garb.
We actually were able to enjoy our New Year's time in, I would say, oh, hey, thanks for the resub. 10 months. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Holy moly. It's been a while.
I can't believe it's been that long already.
Holy cow.
Jeez. I can't wait, honestly, for us to be able to do this more frequently. I kind of, honestly, for, the 2 weeks we were gone, I a little bit missed it, I'll say.
Yeah, I missed it a lot, being able to keep up with stuff. Because we were traveling, weren't even really be able to keep in contact with stuff and read things. So we had to go, oh my gosh, there's a new thing. And we had to put it away without even reading into it.
Yeah. Which, speaking of new thing, I mean, this is episode 32. New landing.
First landing.
First landing. Oh, sorry. I will change that right now. First landing.
But yeah, as Chibi started to say, we ended up, the reason we had kind of a jacked up schedule in December is because we went over to the East Coast to visit family and friends and such, and also to go to a convention, MagFest, if you haven't heard of it. It's really cool.
Yes.
But the theme this year around was Dankakang. So she got a little Hawaiian shirt.
That's a little big on me.
Getting a
MagFest.
And my Donkey Kong tie, which by the way is really nice. They actually sewed in the letters here instead of it just being like a sticker, like an iron-on or something.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard what swatches, but they have these little banana swatches that were for a specific tier, and otherwise they have these barrel swatches. Swag bags.
Bananas and barrels everywhere.
Yes.
We got a fanny pack. We got a fanny pack in the swag bag.
We did indeed.
Not ashamed. I'm a rocket.
I mean, hey, it was really useful running around the convention, to be fair. So.
True story.
But, yeah, so we have a bit to talk about. One being definitely the map. A big one. That was dropped last, right before New Year's. Literally New Year's Eve, I think. We were at a party and I went upstairs and I quickly read through it and I was like, oh, things. But,
yeah, that director's letter though.
Hi, Theater Elf.
Hey there, Elf. Yeah, some exciting times coming up this year.
Oh yes, indeed. By the way, I apologize. I'm gonna bring up something, but it might cover our cams for just a moment. Sorry. There we go. Okay, cool. Done.
Yeah, just gotta say, Alpha 1 sometime this year. I know it covers 12 entire months, so it's not a lot to get excited about, but still, it's the fact that they've confirmed it is going to happen. And honestly, it probably shouldn't take too long.
No, honestly. I mean, we did do the castle sieges right before, which, by the way, if you guys didn't get a chance to see the intro, I'll actually go ahead and swap out the background image here and have the background be literally from a year ago of the video that they released for Castle Siege.
Yeah, from exactly 1 year ago. They had the Castle Siege video that they put out that got everyone that I was talking to a buzz.
Yes.
And indeed. Now it looks like here, probably in the next couple weeks, I'd imagine, we're going to get the Castle Siege testing.
Yeah.
And they said that Alpha 1 is more than likely to come out before the monster... what are they calling it? The monster something. My brain just went completely blank on it.
The monster coin thing?
Horde mode. That was it. Horde mode. Thank you, Z.
We were going to get there eventually. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We're both PI there, which kind of almost had to.
Yeah.
Had to.
Couldn't help ourselves, to be honest.
But yeah, if I mean, if they're going to be putting out the Alpha 1 before the Horde mode, I would imagine it's probably pretty soon. Like maybe second quarter, I'd say. Totally a guess, but...
Just
here's
throwing
hoping.
that back
Fingers
there.
crossed.
But yes, yeah, we're definitely PI. It was like one of those things though. So for those of you like, oh my gosh, like if you know how much PI is, the cool thing with being a Kickstarter backer, which he is you can do incremental upgrades to a certain point. I think eventually they'll cut that off if they haven't already. But with me, I had to beg to be able to upgrade, but I'd saved up money to do it. And I was like, guys, just take my money, please.
Yeah.
So finally
Let
they
me
allowed
upgrade.
summer backers to be able to upgrade.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on someone to tip us like $7,500 so I can upgrade to the 10,000 tier. So, you know, just saying.
Oh,
You
speaking
can
of
be my
tip,
+1 to the party.
speaking of tip, if you guys are watching us on Twitch, you can scroll down a little bit and see that there is now a donation button. So, we finally have been able to figure that out a little bit. We're still ironing out some details, so we're using a temporary account. It's we're wanting to set it up as a business, but I was able to look through you guys for us.
Just bow, peasant.
But yeah, we were able to look through from January 1st of 2019 to this month, and you guys are like, the amount of support that has come from all of you from the beginning is just blows us away. We're so grateful because that allows us to get better microphones, which, by the way, I didn't have to buy another one. For those of you that were here last time, I was able to figure out what was wrong with it, and I fixed it and everything, so that was awesome. But no, we're not on Patreon. Virtek has some
I have some
things
issues with
against
Patreon and how they how they work and how they treated some people, like really like good people, and they just treated them like crap.
Yeah.
And so we'll look at some other subscription places, see what we can come up with for a decent one. I was thinking on going to Mines, but Mines requires you to go crypto, which is a good and bad thing. I mean, if you want to get in the crypto game and at the same time be able to toss out tips to people, they give you money for being active on the platform. So you go on the platform and you just like posts and you comment, and if you're active and supporting people, they give you free money for your activity.
Don't be upset. Don't be upset. We're trying to find a good home for us, because another thing that I've been considering, because I'm doing the whole web development thing, is possibly doing a subscriber area on a future website that we're hoping to eventually have up. It'd be nice to have a golden feather thing and then have like all the links there in like a central hub, and like a subscriber area where you guys can get access to things behind the scenes without, you know, Patreon or some of these other people taking percentages from us. That's an ideal idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something we're doing. We're slowly planning out a website that has some really exciting features that we can't really talk about because somebody else will jump to it and beat us to it, because they might have a team that can work on coding it up right now, but we do not. Therefore, we're kind of taking it slow and being hush about a few features. But yeah, it'll definitely have a if you support us for any tier, there's going to be some really cool stuff you can do and dig into.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing I was going to say is, with my cosplay, I've been kind of implementing these things, even though I have nobody subscribing to like that stuff, which I don't really care about, but allows me to have the practice of seeing if I can create a login and password safe area that would be viable for subscribers only kind of thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, all that aside,
won't be too hard. It's just framing out the website's the tough part.
Pretty much, yeah. But with our ever-growing knowledge, I'm sure we'll get there eventually. So, a few things just to kind of reiterate on for those of you that are joining us again. As you see right over here, we are live Saturdays at 5 p.m. and not Fridays. Virtek is working Fridays at the very least for like 5 months now. No, I'm just kidding. How long? Forever,
for like
it feels like
5 weeks. I'm training somebody new at the job, so I had to change my schedule all around. I was working swing shift, and now I'm working stupid hours. like
Yeah,
12
like,
hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and
he
4
leaves
hours
before
on
the
Sunday.
sun gets up.
Yeah. So
But
I'll be a busy bee.
That and me doing my interviews, I'm assuming I'm probably going to be working on Fridays, so it's just easier to move it to Saturday, which is our only day off together. So we're spending it with you guys, because this is more fun for us.
Just saying, if anybody's in the
Fridays.
San Jose, Cupertino area and needs a gerb, I got a pretty decent one for you. It's not, you're not going to be a millionaire, but I got a pretty decent one for you. Just got to be technical minded. But yeah, so lots of fun stuff.
So,
lots of fun stuff.
I'm going to bring us into the first part of this, and let me just set it up this way. In a lot of games, you hit cap level, and you kind of don't know what to do next. Some people start going achievement hunting. Some people go cosmetic hunting. Some people try to... What?
Whoa.
Thank you so much, Woodchip. And welcome to those of you that are new subscribers.
So amazing, man. So amazing.
Oh, you're so sweet to us. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Many hearts.
Yes, all the hearts. I forgot what I was saying. Welcome, Psycho. Welcome, Clearly Clumsy. Welcome, Frosty Coffee. And our bot. Welcome to Subhood Bot. And Capute. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy your subscriber benefits. Right now, it's just emojis and a private Discord server. Or a private Discord location in our server. Let me just toss that right on out there. So if you guys are interested, the things that we will be rolling out to the subscriber area first, basically. Kind of like our little test group. Ha ha ha. But yeah, so I know for my point of view that once I've mastered my powers and I'm as far as I can possibly go in the game, I kind of, for lack of a better word, piddle fart around. I just kind of do whatever I want to do. Go work on a crafting skill or whatever until like the next patch comes out. But they're asking, because, you know, new adventurers are rising to the challenge every day. People are always joining. There's always going to be somebody new. We were that new person once. Do you help them along their journey, or do you simply ignore them and let them keep going? I, for one, it's kind of toss-up. I don't mind helping somebody on their new journey as long as it's not like, okay, now let me, like, follow you around for like the next 4 hours, 5 hours, doing what you need to do because you don't know how to play the game. It's just like that kind of ends up sucking the fun out of it for me. But it's not like, oh hey, I don't have any background music. Fixed it.
Oh no.
Right. But yeah, it ends up being kind of like one of those things where, you know, does it suck the life out of you, or is it one of those things that you actually enjoy it?
And see, for this dev discussion, I'm kind of sad with how they worded it. And for those that don't know what dev discussion stuff is, in case you're just viewing this for randomness, by all means, check out the forums or the Twitter post and see what people are saying about this stuff. But
and feel free to give your input as well. They love that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
real quick,
I think
Psycho,
the way they worded it.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Psycho had said that they love helping players, but in between other obligations to the guild, etc. Which I can
and that makes sense. Which, to be honest, to fit in that little framing of the question, helping out your guildmates is still helping out other people.
Yeah.
New adventurers can join the guild just out of curiosity, and making a good impression for the guild and in general is a good thing.
That would make me help them out more if you join our guild. At least then I'm helping the guild technically.
Yeah. But yeah, I wish they had worded it a little bit differently, like you're close to mastering your powers, but new adventurers are rising to the challenge. That way there's actually a choice there, because most people just, hey, you've finished mastering everything you can with your character. Do you want to help out other people? 99 out of 100 are going to be like, yeah, sure, why not? But if you're only close to it and you're still working on yourself, would you give up time to help somebody else rise?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's where it would be a little tougher, but I know I would still say, yeah, I'd like to help other people. Again, I like the community factor of things. The more people you keep interested in something, the more fun it is. I think, because more people to interact with and more people to do stuff with. Because I'm a collector nut. Like, I like to go out and collect all the cosmetic stuff and all the pets and all the toys and all the, if it says collectible or you can, go out and earn something just by running around, then by all means, I love to do it. And if I have people to do that with, even better. But they got to be strong enough to survive in certain areas. So yeah, I want to pull them up with me.
I mean, I would gladly. Oh no, sorry, Carlos. Links are not allowed. They're only for regulars. So once you watch the stream for a little while, then it'll allow you to do the link. On that note, clearly, welcome to being a regular. But yeah, I mean, KR says like if we get benefits to help others, that would definitely be regular. Yes, you are a regular, Z. And then Theater says, I like EQ2's mentor system, but hate the equalization. I think a mentor system is a great way of kind of rewarding somebody, but also being able to teach somebody else. Like, it's rewarding you for the time that you're spending. And I think that's a valuable thing because in my case, I'm a little too nice sometimes. And I'm like, let me just help you, and then I kind of end up being stuck helping them and I don't know how to get away. So having something that allows me to be benefited from as far as mentoring is just really nice. I think it adds a nice incentive, I think.
Yeah, and there's a flip case to that as well, because I know somebody who used to help everybody all the time, but then they got tired of people who they would help, and then the person would like leave the guild or leave the game or just kind of drop off completely, and they'd be like, I'm wasting all this time where I could have been just blah 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 blah, and they kind of back down with how much they help because of that. But
yeah, it looks like Z's in the same boat as me. She says I'm too nice, and then I get annoyed.
So is that the equalization you're talking about? Like you can, yeah. What equalization exactly do you mean? Like you can't mentor up? Like if you were on a new character and you're trying to help somebody else who's a little higher level, you can't go up like that? Is that what you mean? Because I know the first thing that comes to comes to mind when I hear equalization when it comes to mentoring is on Wildstar, where you would just become that level. And your power and everything would be dropped down. You would just keep all the skills and everything you unlocked along the way, which still makes you a lot more powerful than that regular level. But I guess you kind of equalize down to that level, just boss status for that level.
Yeah. But Psycho says, I would give up time just for the sake of shaking up my gameplay. Focusing on the same thing too hard and too long can get tiresome. And I can see that too. I don't mind helping other people, but I feel like there's like a give and take. I feel like the person that I'm helping should kind of be able to do a lot of things by themselves. Like I should be able to go about my day kind of and allow them to reach out to me if they absolutely need help or are lost. Like I'm more than happy to answer questions and guide people, but I don't want to do hand holding the whole time. I think that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Theater says, equalization makes you level with the zone. Mentor means you can drop down to someone's level. So mentor is a lot like what you were just meaning with the man, I keep forgetting the name of it. Wildstar. There we go.
Yeah. See that? I have kind of a I guess a nuanced view of what you're talking about with equalization. Kind of like WoW did it with the past couple expansions now, where one zone is for this level range. And you don't really go beyond that level range, if that's what you mean. Like you can't come back in like overpowered and do things. I kind of like the equalization system because it has a little bit more of an immersive feel to it, because you're supposed to be the superpowered awesome hero, but at the same time you can only get so much more powerful than things. But I do like there to be a good power balance. Like you can, if a level is designed to only be from level, say 20 to 25, allow me to get up to 30 so I can kick him in the teeth pretty good, but it's still not a one shot. So I still feel really powerful when I drop down to that area. As long as they're not going to drop me down to the max planned level for that area.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I agree with you, Psycho. Psycho says, I'm not for hand holding. My main goal in helping newbies is an attempt to get them to be self-sufficient. And I mean, then there's the occasional, like, if I'm really that bored and I'm just, like, wanting to show them the world a little bit, mainly, like, applicable, I think, in, like, World of Warcraft, but, it's fun to get, like, a multiple person mount out and then have them hop on and then just kind of, like, show them around, but make sure that they don't get hurt, you know?
Yeah. Don't get off the mount. You will die.
The one thing that sucked with World of Warcraft mounts is, like, if you go from one area to another area and there's that invisible wall, sometimes the person riding as, like, the passenger got kicked off. And so I think that happened to me with my dad once, where I got kicked off and I landed, and I was like level 20. I landed next to like a level 40 bear, and I was like, oh god. Newbie tour guild service, love it.
Destroy.
Speaking of scaling, I can talk, I promise. There was one link that you had shared with me, Virtek, where they're showing the scale of the
different maps
against World of Warcraft's map.
Yeah, and other ones. Yep.
Other ones, yeah. Let me. What I'm gonna pull up is one of the maps that was shown to me from the wiki. But if you want to go ahead and just chat about that for a second.
Yeah. So here, I'll even drop the link in here. Some of you may have bumped into this before. It's kind of an old post, but just because the size was announced for this map at like 480 square kilometers or something similar to that, with another 180 of underground. But this right here actually covers the size of some really popular games, and I thought it was neat to just see the size comparisons on everything. Like for instance, there was the GTA 3 was only 4.82 square kilometer, literally 100 times smaller. And then San Andreas was 22. Elder Scrolls Oblivion was 26 square kilometers. Far Cry 2 was 50 square kilometers. WoW, the original launch of WoW was about 129 square kilometers. And I mean, that map did well for a lot of people for a long time before they really started expanding out. So it goes to show, like, at what, a little over 3.5, almost 4 times the size of the original WoW map is what we're going to be starting with Ashes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pretty intense. But then you get into craziness like, well, Asheron's Call was 805 square kilometers. Then you get into Guild Wars Nightfall, 24,000 square kilometers. Like, holy crap.
And the largest one on that list is the Empire of Tamriel.
Yeah. And ES Daggerfall.
Yeah.
100,413 square kilometers. Literally 100,000 square kilometers bigger than the Ashes map. But, I mean, we're also looking
crazy.
Really that's crazy. The fun thing is I don't remember if Steven specified with Ashes if that's including water or if it's just usable landmass. That part I don't recall. But I know with WoW, that was calculated using just usable and able to be explored land. Like, they didn't count water because you couldn't go out and really do stuff on water. There was no real sailing or anything.
Here's the link to this current map that I have up on the screen from the wiki. With only 10k per server, don't you think it might be underpopulated? It's a good question. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's one of the things we'll have to test. I mean, the idea is for people to populate in certain areas together to build nodes. So I think while some areas are probably going to be very desolate, there's going to be a lot of room for exploration. And for somebody like me who kind of hates being ganked, I have a lot of room to run about and possibly not run into another person while farming or something. But also allows me to feel a lot more... What's the word? Basically allows me to feel like there's a lot more to explore from the starting point, and if it were smaller, we'd have the opposite issue of being like undercrowded. So it's just, it's like a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, and so here's also the fun part is really looking at it. I'll be honest, I hadn't looked into it until just now, but it's also going to be a question of if they're talking about 10K per server, like per server instance, whatever in an area is going to be a lot smaller because they're only trying to get what you can really immediately interact with. But if it's 10K total per server, I mean, there's at least back multiple years ago, there was a cap of 4,000 players on World of Warcraft servers. And that was even back in its heyday, like 2010 and 2011, where, you know, that's when more people were playing before they started getting millions of people that were dropping out of the game. So if it didn't feel underpopulated at that point, it probably won't feel underpopulated on Ashes with 10K. And give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna kick off the vent here, the fan.
Can you hear it? Because I can't hear it through your microphone at all.
Oh, you couldn't hear it through? Okay, then we're good.
I mean, I can now, but before that I couldn't hear it. You really want a balance of player and wilderness ratio. Yeah, Z says she can hear it now too. Too many players can make the world feel small. Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's one of the things that, you know, that they need to like work on balancing. Also, sorry, you guys might have heard me typing. I just made a new I just made a new what do you call it, command? There we go. So for like the Ashes of Creation wiki, just because we've been using their stuff a lot, I've always found their stuff very reliable for looking up information on the game. I enjoy their wiki a lot because they do a lot of referring back to where they got the sources. So whether it's a live stream or an announcement. So in this last case with the map, I'm sure that came from the creative director's letter. So yeah, I was just saying I went ahead and made a Ashes of Creation wiki command. So
cool. Yeah,
I'm gonna be making one for the people that we mention a lot, including some of the ones that are coming up.
Ashes Wiki, Ashes Post.
Ashes Post, definitely. That one's coming up next. But yeah, it's really interesting. Let me see if I can find
player
a
to wilderness ratio. That's a really good point, but too many can make the world feel small. But honestly, I think 10,000 people across that amount of space is not a bad thing. I think honestly, if they were to do something like I don't know, I always feel like a lot of the old games, like even Ultima Online, had a huge map, or it felt huge anyway, but I don't think they would have had a huge player population per server just because of the technology limits of the time. I mean, that was forever ago. But it just never really felt under or overpopulated, but there were always a lot of people everywhere you went, except if you went out to the middle of nowhere. I mean, you'd find maybe one or two people out there, but
that's fair.
I bumped into people sailing on the ocean, so
yeah, it's really cool. I'd rather the world be big and sparse on players than tiny and overpopulated. I feel like that also allows for less stress on, yeah, if that's the only two choices, but I feel like that also allows for a little bit less stress on the computers and such. Because I know when doing raids and so, oh wait, that's the wrong one. Just kidding, ignore that. I clearly like the wiki. Here's the next one I'm about to show. This is from the Ashes post, which we were just mentioning. But the reason I'm pulling this up is because it shows little, like, points, if you will, like, for the main areas, like Borma and Aramka and Goldshore, things like that. Felstar. I'm looking for ones that I can pronounce properly. But they have a whole entire sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that was an older post by them, but they were just going over map builders so that people could use it on their own. I like looking at stuff like this just to compare to what was finally chosen. and what could have been done versus what is done, both the good and the bad, and just kind of seeing the different little nuances. But
Yeah, agreed.
also, for those using your own map builder to create your own world for stuff like D&D and such, these tools are always helpful.
I've seen a lot of this one pop up. Theater Elf, welcome to regular. Intrepid Studios might be able to glean some good intel from New World's launch. Server population has been a debate over there as well. Yeah, I agree. I think while it is important to be able to look at other games as far as a rival, it's also good to look at them as a good source of information.
Absolutely. Learn from everybody else's failures and successes as well as your own, They paid a cost to learn it, so you may as well pick up the information as well. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff there with that Incarnate map creator tool. The one that Ashes ended up using apparently was what was it, like map something? Give me a second here.
Did you send it to me? I could probably pull it up.
Yeah, it's in Discord at least.
Oh, okay.
If nothing else. Trying to figure out, because honestly, I didn't know what they were using. A Wonder Draft, apparently. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go, Z. Looks like you stated
Wonder
it right
Draft.
about the same time I found it. Yeah, there's actually a Reddit discussion, like the Wonder Draft subreddit going on. Some people, loved what they did with it and that they are using it, and other people thought it was, cheap or what have you.
Did you already post the subreddit for that?
No, I'll go ahead and put that up now, though. But some people thought it was cheap and whatnot, and miserly, because they're using a free tool, and it didn't even credit Wonder Draft. But I mean, it's a creative director's letter. You're not going to really give like all the honorable mentions for everything in there.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't. $20. Yeah, close enough to free for a production studio.
Yeah. Well, also to be fair, I think we were having this conversation a little bit earlier about the free tools out there that I think Intrepid chose to not use. Z, welcome to Subhood.
Hey,
thank you, Woodchip.
Woodchip, you're the bestest. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't mind them using whatever tool they want to use. If they like it better for one reason or another, it doesn't matter to me, as long as they're using what they feel is the effective tool for the job. Because I've known some really good photographers that use free photo editing tools religiously. Like if somebody gifted them a subscription to Photoshop, like the highest tier of Photoshop, everything, they would probably say, no, and turn it down. So I mean, I don't really mind what tools people use as long as they're using them effectively. Is the big deal for me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the chat.
Z, I feel that pain.
How are you not subbed? Z, I'm poor. Oi.
I know them feels.
So,
why I'm working so many hours.
Also, here's this, just in case those of you who are new and are watching, there's the r/ for Ashes of Creation. Yeah, another thing I wanted to show is, what the difference is. Okay, those are the differences. Gotcha. So, I think I'm saying this person's name right. Seal, off of, or at VMC_Seal from Twitter, was experimenting with Ashes of Creation's New World map and tried to create zoning map showing the different regions and landscapes. And then they said one thing that they noticed was that there's a lot of mountains, which I guess they're excited for the dwarf, because their urge to dwarf intensifies.
Yeah.
That one was really cute. But
yeah, sorry, Window Liquor. I'm not certain myself because we've been away for about 2 weeks, a little over two weeks, almost 3 now at this point. So we haven't had the chance to really go on and log in at all.
Also, I will also mention that previously in some of our previous podcasts, we had mentioned that the Apocalypse BR specifically, because Castle Siege is not technically out yet, but the BR specifically is very small comparatively. A lot of people have lost interest.
Yeah, people are waning with their interest on the BR specifically. They're kind of ready for the new mode, which is good timing, all right, because the Castle Sieges are hopefully coming out here very, very soon. And
Yeah.
hi, Cryprim.
Hello.
But yeah, it's I mean, it's to be expected, to be honest. Most of the people following Ashes are in it for the MMO, not the BR. The BR is a cool little tool to test things, but it shouldn't really be expected to live forever. It's a kind of nifty side thing, maybe if it hangs on for a while.
Yeah, I feel you there, Window. Not really fun for me because I'm not into BRs, but
I'm just bad at them.
I mean, I'm bad at them, but that's kind of why they're not fun for me.
Yeah, for a BR, I had enough fun with them as well, but I was never really great at them.
But yeah, I mean, I was able to test out the Castle Siege when they had it last month for PI, and let me just say, this video right now is, I don't know, it's exciting for me. These are a lot of the things that we were able to use. This wasn't exactly, I don't think, the castle that we sieged, but it was a lot of fun. And
yeah.
I can't wait. Like, so this excites me a little bit seeing, because I forgot that this was from a year ago. Virtek pulled it up, and we were able to kind of reminisce about what was shown about a year ago with it. And I mean, at least by the end of 2019, we were able to test it. At least one group was, outside of their inner studio testing constantly.
Z kills you a lot. Sorry
It's
about
opposite
that.
for me. I'm not a fan of BRs, but I love the Apocalypse. Yeah, I enjoyed the Apocalypse just because of the BR, just because of the cosmetic side of things. But yeah, is Castle Siege out? Not yet, but soon. TM.
Yeah, there was a small test for it, a small limited test for like a day, but
Yeah, if that.
yeah, for a short period on a day. But yeah, they haven't really released anything yet. As far as here, everybody go download this and play.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty
expecting
much.
honestly in the next week or two, like kind of hoping for it, because I want to be able to blow off some steam over the weekends, because I'll be doing a whole lot of hours of work throughout the weekdays. So come home, sit down, play it in front of a game, and play for a couple hours. I'd be happy.
Yeah, definitely. It's
But
more
yeah.
enjoyable than, lazing about and being bored.
True story.
But I think there's a lot of things that they still have to work out, because when I was testing it, there was still some issues with, like, a lot of us being in the same area as each other. So, like, that is some of the things that they still have to work out bug-wise, but I think they're very close. It was at least playable, so. Here's another version of the map that was from the Ashes of Creation Twitter directly.
Yeah,
So it kind of gives you an idea.
Yeah, that was rendered by Lex. Set
by
it up
Lex.
as to look like it's a globe type shape, which I actually like how he did. He spun the snow down to the South Pole.
Yeah.
And here be dragons. I like it. I like it.
So, thank you, Lex. We appreciate all of your hard work, especially with the AOC wiki and everything.
And that was spotlighted by a Fan Art Friday.
Yes.
From Ashes. Now, question being, how do you guys feel about the fact that there is the one kind of Arctic area and then some sparse, snowy caps in a forested, almost swampy looking area, but nowhere else? Like, should fantasy maps follow the North Pole, South Pole, like cold because the sun's not hitting it directly, or should it follow its own distinct whatever kind of pattern?
Yeah.
Because personally, I really like the idea of having, if there are lore-based reasons, and yes, Z, exactly. It's a magic planet. Magic exists. Magic is what ran people off the planet to begin with.
Plus,
So,
I mean, it's a whole other world. It's not Earth. There are other planets that are colder and warmer than Earth is because of the way the axis is. The way that it spins. So.
And that's another thing, Woodchip. Like, yeah, they have to leave room for expansion, right? So you know that's not the entire planet. Yeah. That's just where we're going back to. But I mean, here's like my whole theory, which kind of would expand into this with like the whole whenever anybody says, "Do you think there's life out there on other planets?" What there has to be. Like no matter how you look at it, humans can only survive outside of water. We have to breathe oxygen and all the other stuff that's in the air here, right? But if you put us at the bottom of the sea, we will not live. We cannot exist there. But there are other creatures that can happily. So if that type of thing can be normal, why can't there be magical reasons for there being snow and then right after it, a lush forest? Right. The other thing, if stuff like that can be normal in reality. Suspension of disbelief. Have fun with it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the other thing is coercion. Or not coercion. Cohesiveness? No. Just being able to... Immersion. There we go. That's what I was trying to get at. Immersion. I know my words.
That's the Jin word. That's the Jin.
Jin. Yeah. So, thank you for the follow there, Cry. But yeah, like, for the immersion aspect, having these different biomes everywhere are important because you want to believe that you're in another world and that, the way that things are... Window, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you guys so much. Hearts.
Enter the tavern. Welcome,
good job,
welcome.
Bot. A little late there on Cry. Welcome, one and all, to the tavern.
The bot's still reeling from being gifted a sub. Let it relax a minute and catch up.
But yeah, basically I just really enjoy the whole immersiveness that this is a whole other world, a whole other universe, if you will, Why no guests, by the way? We, like, as we had mentioned in the beginning, why we're wearing these fancy things and my background is green instead of purple and pink is we were at MagFest and we didn't really have the time to get a guest, let alone think about that, because we were enjoying ourselves for the first time in a whole year. Like, not even a clue. Not even, Z, next time. Definitely have you on next time.
Yeah, next time if we don't get anybody scheduled, we'll hit you up. We'll hit you up. For sure. Because we like
We're all the guests. Like yes, you are, Tay. Welcome.
All of the guests. I love it.
Finally our bot caught up with Psycho.
Yeah, we were just really busy and we just got to the point like, hey, let's look for somebody. Who can we reach out to? I want to sleep. Let's think about this tomorrow. Because we were so jet lagged and jumping right into work as soon as we got back. So
yeah, and for me, school started again. So oh my gosh, we got home and we just passed right out. I don't even think we really like did anything else. We were just like, Cora's able to stay at the pen or like the hotel, doggy hotel for another day. Let's just go to sleep. Get with Chip on.
There you go, Chippy. You want to come on sometime? Stuff a cam or be a cheapo like Z and send us an image instead of showing a pretty face.
Hey, no pointing fingers now. Come on.
I just want to be what was it? It was a peacock, right? It was a peacock.
But I just wanted to touch base real quick with this image. This is the one that was from Seal because I didn't get it up earlier. I was trying to get it downloaded in the first place. No.
Z N O Phoenix.
Funny.
Boy.
With my babies. Yes. Little baby Phoenix. Speaking of, I haven't really fully looked at these, but I was told that they were Oracle themed, which I am super excited about. If you guys don't know, I am planning on doing like maybe an oracle or something like that, and an elven high priest. I will see as soon as I finish testing out all the different mixes, but I haven't seen all the things. Virtek started to show me a few of them, and I told him, no, stop showing me things. I want to be surprised.
She promptly looked away and said, no, don't show me. I want to watch them on stream.
Yeah.
I want to look at him on stream. I love the mount, Z. I love the mount. It's super creepy and weird and odd, and I want that mount.
Okay, yeah,
Just because
that
of that.
mount's a little creepy, I will admit.
It
If there
will
was an
give
owl head at the
everybody
top, I would be
nightmares.
okay with it.
An owl head.
Yeah. But like that headdress is cute. The little chameleon fox rat thing is kind of cute. I like the temple, and I like the carriage.
The mount that kisses back.
Contiguous, welcome for being a regular, as well as to K and V.
K.
Oh, V and K. I read it backwards, sorry.
A little dyslexic.
Maybe. I don't know.
Dyslexic.
I mean, I get my left and rights mixed up sometimes, so maybe.
Yeah,
love the pet, really love the tent, yes, I agree.
Yeah, the little koala chameleon is pretty adorable.
Yeah, that's really cute. I think that's the one that I really would like. Mount gives me nightmares, I agree.
As well it should. That's exactly why I want it.
But, I mean, another thing, like, the outfit in the top corner, like, I'm excited for that, but here's the only drawback. Like, the guy looks kind of weird in it, so I want to see what it looks like fully fleshed out on a character build and not on top of a preset character kind of thing.
That's been kind of my thing this whole time, is really wanting to see the actual images and actual creations rather than just the concept art.
Yeah.
Because there's some I probably would have bought that I passed up on because I thought it was weird or whatever, but might look amazing when it's done.
I agree, and that's kind of the downside of it. It's like a little bit of a gamble, I'd say. 50-50. Like, if you like it on here, you might not like how... I mean, I think that's going to be impossible. If I like it here, I'm probably going to love it in-game. Because it can only get better once it becomes 3D, in my opinion. But if I don't like it here, it's possible I might like it in the game. I won't know until I get there. But I like these little ram horns on the sides here. Is that a good way to pretend that I'm not human? Just like add the ram horns. I'm like, shh, I'm secretly Tolnar. Shh.
There you go. Tolnar in disguise.
I haven't decided if I'm a bird or a ram, apparently, but I'm secretly Tolnar. Or a sheep, right? So far, when they make the models, I like them even better. Yeah. Tolnar Oracle. Ooh.
Ooh. There you go.
I don't know. Maybe, hold on. Hold up. Hold on.
You could really confuse everybody. Make a Tolnar without horns and wear that headpiece so that when you take the headpiece off, your horns go away too. But they totally thought they were actually part of your head. Yeah, I'm gonna be Vec myself. There's the ears.
If they have these, they have these kind of ears, I might consider being a Tolnar, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Beck Oracle. Yeah, I was thinking that. But yeah. So let's see. I'm clicking through a lot of things over here just to get back to.
You can do it. You can do it.
I like that the Vera map was from the Pathfinder D&D or campaign.
Yeah. Well, to a degree.
I feel
I'm
like
not
the
sure.
whole group looks like Vexco Mardi Gras.
Sorry,
that was funny.
It's actually pretty accurate. Although the caravan does look very fortune tellery.
I enjoy that caravan.
There's the Pathfinder map that they used.
It's really interesting.
Sure.
I hope that, like, exploring this, I want to see my perspective as far as the entire map goes. Like, where am I in association to the map?
Yeah, and I'm kind of sad that some of those city names you can't really read, unfortunately. So we could get a little bit of a peek into it. But hey, I mean, you got at least a little chunk. I don't think that I at least myself, I can't see exactly where that would be in the full world map if they even directly translated that over.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I bet the Vec will be on the northeast side. Yeah.
Because the mountains and stargazing.
Welcome, Plan B.
It's either that or on the southwest, maybe. Open plains, nothing to really obstruct a view of the skies.
So I'm gonna do something. You guys can watch me do this. I'm not gonna make a secret of it because otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. But there was these things that I noticed looking at this map. As far as you can't tell right now, but there's these little icons on this map that indicate different things. So there's like a circle and 2 triangles or rhombus diamond things. What did you say
Diamond-like
those
shapes. Yeah, the circles are going to be the great portals, and the diamonds are starting areas for the different races.
So it looks
So,
like
like,
one
one-
of them or 2 of them are actually really close to the mountains there, and a third one is close. Good evening, welcome.
Hello, Plan B on air. But yeah, so it looks like the both of the sub races will go into one great portal and then have their own separate starting areas.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited because, I mean, I wonder if it's gonna be like World of Warcraft where you choose a race and that determines your starting area, or if it's gonna be kind of like Final Fantasy where you choose your class and it determines your starting area.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be by race. Race is gonna determine your starting thing, if anything.
You can start at any
Yeah.
portal. Cool.
Yeah, I know they said something about that before, but I'm curious. I'm curious if it's one of those like by default, a race is gonna go to this area because of thematic reasons, but you can choose. Like that's kind of
I kind of missed
what
when
I'm
they said
hoping.
that we could pick, but if you guys want to send that on over so you can be with friends. Yeah, that makes sense. That way you're not like, I've started in Orgrimmar and you're all the way in like the undead area, so now I have to figure out how to get there. Or vice versa.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Steven really didn't say that it was limited, but what I'm hoping for, because it does say that he did say on the 31st in Discord, the circles on the map are locations of the divine gateways, located in the ruined cities of the 4 great races of Vera. So what I'm kind of hoping it to be is, because there's 4 gateways. Yeah, that's exactly it, Elf. That's exactly what I'm hoping it is by default it's going to send you to one area unless you choose to go elsewhere. But at least at that point, if I choose to go Vec and I want to really learn a lot about the Vec, I can, follow the default to go through any kind of a storyline in that specific area and see from day one I can see the construction of, the ancient ruins for that race specifically. Like I kind of want to immerse in that by default, and then after I get at least 1 or 2 runs through in different areas, then I can go and start with a friend or what have you.
Here's a random idea I had that I thought was kind of nifty. Wouldn't it be cool if, because everything is based on who is questing where, the racial of that area for the node, wouldn't it be interesting if you, by default for the racials, because say you join and you're Elven and this node A over here is Elven and node B over here is Orc, you end up at node A instead of node B, or like another node that used to be Elven, for example.
Yeah.
So that way you're always like popping up in an area that's like Elven-ish.
Yeah, you know what I actually want to see somebody do? I remember when we were doing Final Fantasy 14 and we started in 2 separate areas with brand new fresh characters and we had to make our way to meet each other. And we were doing like the dual stream. I kind of want to see somebody do that with this specifically. Like they wanted to choose the same gateway, but they somehow got disjointed and had to find their way to meet each other or something.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was cute. I wanted to put it up in the corner.
That is our guest.
That's our guest, guys.
Doesn't talk much, so sorry about that.
Can only do so much.
Sorry, talking is overrated. Talking's overrated.
There we go. I'll do this. There we go. Yay. Okay, I might do that with a monthly cosmetics then, if we're by ourselves, or just find somewhere to put it.
But yeah, speaking of silly, goofy stuff and whatnot, so you mind popping up that shadow on the BR map?
Yes, I got that somewhere. Let me go grab it real quick.
Yeah, as soon as you
That's
get the
really
image,
funny.
let me know and I'll put the link out for them. So there was something kind of interesting that a random Twitter user found that I thought was pretty interesting on the BR map when he was playing. Off in a corner of the map, it looks as if maybe there is a remnant from some of the artists that were creating the map and it wasn't supposed to be there. You can kind of just barely read it at just the right angles. But I kind of want to log in and see if I can still find it, as long as they haven't gotten rid of it. But
Remember to lock that. Jeez. Okay, hold on.
yeah, it looks like it was a remnant where they were trying to do like cardinal directions, maybe, is my theory. And something just got left behind and there's a giant shadow.
I have an arrow on the screen right now. I'm trying to fix this.
Yeah, right there. It's right there.
Okay, there's the top.
You can do this.
I can do this. Let me just make this smaller, because this is getting big. There we go, I'll put this up here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so.
But yeah, there you are. Exactly. Yeah, off off on what looks like the coast or the edge of the world.
I like how there's a random
plane. Appears to be
plane.
the direction east.
I like how there's like a random plane there.
Oh, like the little hard edge?
Yeah, it's like a square piece of like plane.
Looks like it says east. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that was supposed to be on something to help the artist know which direction was which, and they just didn't remove it. It looks like a giant shadow, like the sun just passing through the word east in the sky.
It's kind of amusing because it's like one of those almost like a Easter egg kind of thing that like unless you know where to look you can't find it kind of thing. But
yeah,
I mean if you look at the mini map it definitely looks like his field of view that would definitely be pointing east.
Yeah, definitely looks like it could be on the east side of the map, exactly.
So,
but yeah, his question that he asked is fast or east? I'm totally putting my money on east.
Why not fast? Maybe there's like a hyper portal that we don't know about.
Yeah, right? Here's your fast portal. Maybe it'll get you a boost to Alpha 1. The more people that get into there and land in there, the faster it gets to Alpha 1. Guys get 100 down now.
That's funny. Speaking of, and I'm so glad that we have our very, very good friend in here with us. Let me just make sure I'm getting in the right thing here real quick. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Suspense is killing me.
Oh no, don't let it kill you. It's okay. I was in the wrong area, it looks like, as far as my files go.
Oh, gotcha.
But Z has been known to make a thing or 3 or 5, or like an entire building.
Yeah, or a lot of them.
So here is this cute thing from the Fan Friday that we, I think, missed. But look at this adorable thing. From Z.
Yeah. The legendary Quarrier.
Aww.
For those that don't know Z's stuff.
Yes.
There's a forum post where she keeps updated with a lot of the stuff she does. Very, very many nifty artistic creations.
Z goes, aww.
Aww.
Yeah.
He looks adorable. Like he got knocked on his back and he's just asking everybody to help.
We've had Z on our thing on our podcast a couple of times, and she is just a very sweet person and very fun and enjoyable, and I love her art. I am rubbing his tummy. You just can't see because the cursor tracker is not on, and I think it would look kind of bad if the cursor tracker was on. So
with the material he's made out of, it does look like his tummy is very soft. like
honestly, this at first, if I didn't know it was like clay or something, it kind of reminds me of I feel bad saying this. I'm kind of trying not to. I'm not sure if I want to say it. Yeah, I'll say it. The Rice Krispie treats. It reminds me of Rice Krispie treats, and like the middle is like a soft icing or something, and like the outside's like the individual Rice Krispie treats like melded. I'm saying it looks so good, I could probably eat it.
Oh my gosh! She was trying to kill him before. Now she's just trying to eat them.
To be fair, I only wanted to kill it to see if that part of the immersion was there yet, and it was clearly not. Ah. Wow, Chip, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
Thank you, Chip. Appreciate you. Thank you
I'm
again.
gonna try to figure out a good, like, bit dance to do. If you guys can think of any, let us know.
Yeah. We'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yes. And we'll be practicing it before then. Next Toad has a warrior in this next Fan Friday. And I think it looks really cool. He's definitely elven.
Determined.
Very determined. Kind of like a Thor hammer, but like with an elongated, like...
Marching his angry face up a mountain. Get over here.
Clearly in the middle of war.
There may be an injured person in the background there.
At least it's not like the naked person I tried to put on screen last time. But yeah, I think these are really, really cool. And I don't know this person, and if you ever see this next Toad, awesome job. Rooting for you.
Yeah, it's Next Toad on Twitter.
Yeah,
and actually,
he got little things down here. If you guys want to follow, I'll pull this down into the little... There we go. Twitter, Instagram, and it looks like that is... I'm trying to blank. I don't think that's... Well, tiny.
It looks tiny.
I don't know what that other one is, but yeah. Hi, Nan! I think that... See, I'm pulling back because I don't think it's the right website. Never mind. I don't know which website it is. I'll just say I don't know.
On Twitter, we'll just say it's Next Toad. You can dig it up
Next Toad on Twitter and on Instagram.
The IG.
Yes. But yeah, is there anything that you guys want to discuss since, you know, the new year? Because...
Yeah, any fun things that maybe we missed?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for our layout here. We don't really have a guest to go over with, so...
Yeah, because we've been ghosted for, going on 3 weeks now because of the trip. So, by all means, if we missed something, please do share.
Indeed.
But if not...
Aw, we missed you too, Z.
Oh, missed you too.
I mean...
asked on Discord. Yeah, this is true.
Aw. Yeah, sorry. What nodes do you plan on setting up shop in? Ooh, that's a great question. I like this question. Okay, for me, I plan on being a healer of some sort. Exactly which one, I don't know. It kind of depends on my race and which classes I enjoy. The class combinations, rather. But for that, I am considering possibly making one a potion crafter and the other a armor clothsmith person, if you will. Weaver, tailor, etc. So the kind of node I'd like to set up my if you have Photoshop, yeah, send on over the idea, Z. But my potion shop I'd like to be in the marketplace. Yes, pretty much. holy water and the divine nodes, right? I mean, at least it's not gamer girl water, just saying. Anyway.
That's some nice seasoning.
But the other thing I'd like to do is probably closer to like a blessed bathwater. There you go. It's not gamer girl water, it's blessed bathwater. Got the new I'll mark it. I'll credit you for the, the name. But yeah, I think the other place for the cloth will probably be close to a war node, like where there's, I think kind of wherever, really, wherever I can find close to like a raid area or something. Yeah.
Yeah, me, So I would think probably scientific, just because I really liked the bonuses on there versus everything else so far. But I think we still have, don't we still have like the faith-based one to hear
They
anything
haven't really
about?
finished the nodes, know your nodes yet.
Yeah, they still have like at least one more, if not two more.
Yeah.
Yeah, two more. But I think so far I'm liking scientific, but every time a new one gets some information released, I go, well, maybe that one instead. But yeah, as far as like the main character, probably scientific. The trade one, I'll definitely have an alt hanging out over there for the economic node.
Raid, Bed Bath and Chibi Bree.
Military.
that works. I got your bath, your water here, bath water here, and your bed because tailoring, and me.
No, wait, I got it.
Healer for sale. Oh no.
There it is.
No.
There it is.
Bree.
But yeah, Bed Bath and Beyond. But yeah, I'll definitely see that, and that's the thing, Z. That's why I keep saying I'm so torn, because I also definitely want to have a character on the military node so I can go bounty hunt some corrupted fools.
Yeah.
But you can only do that through the military node. So there are choices to be made.
Indeed,
and I will have to make them.
And
but scientific is looking like the lead, like my main.
Yeah, military is my last choice. Yeah. Where are you sending the idea, by the way, that you had? Because or is that later? I'm not a solar PvPer, really. Yeah, same.
No, she sent it over to me, and I think it is actually a pretty nifty idea. She was saying if we were to collect up a lot of screenshots of people winning in Ashes matches, can make a larger mosaic. So we could actually make a huge image with yeah, it is at the top of the Discord list. But yeah, make a big mosaic like an Ashes logo or something, or even the Golden Feather logo, using winning screenshots from people in BRs and the Castle Siege and stuff like that. I think that would go really well after the Castle Siege, because I have a feeling that some of the wins are going to maybe have explosions in the background, and some of them might be a little bit more dull, like in the dark, like they won, but they were like hanging out like in the shadows or something. So it'll have a lot better variance in color.
Yeah.
And shades. True. So I think that'll definitely be something we should start, is getting people to send us all their winner screenshots.
Yeah, theater, I feel the same way as you. Theater says really not wild about open world PvP, but caravans and sieges are okay. I feel the same. One of the things that I would like to do for our podcast is, I was kind of inspired just from Ashes of Creation's live cast.
You have 469 wins? Or just from other people? Like you personally have 469 wins?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I'll send you a screenshot folder for you to just dump those right into. You don't want to know.
Oh man. I think I have, like, as far as first place wins, I think I only have like 5. Maybe 6.
I was carried both times. But no, we want pure PvP and killing little newbies. That means me. The hard part is, I think the reason why I hate PvP more, and I think I've said this a couple of times, is because I am a healer, and so people just target me, and I'm just like, why are you targeting me? I didn't do it.
Get back into the BR.
Hey, right.
5-man runs, get in.
And learn that scepter, right?
Oh, the scepter is evil if you use it right.
But,
for healing.
Yeah, for healing. Focus the healers, right? See? Case in point. Point in case. But, yeah, so we're kind of here at the... Is there PvPvE mode? Yes, that is all of the world.
Kind of, actually. There is the horde mode, where hordes of monsters will be attacking the town, and you can choose to defend the town, or you can also use what are called monster tokens to become a monster that is attacking the town.
And yes, so there's PvE. Also Castle Siege.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, so you're sieging a town, or monsters are sieging the town, but you can also become one of the monsters, so then part of it becomes PvP. Yeah. And there are multiple...
Sorry.
I was going to say, there are also multiple ranks of coins. So you can become one of the little tiny skittery things that are running around, like, attacking people's ankles. Or you can be something a little bit bigger, or you can become the boss of the horde attack. So...
Right. I was also going to say the video that is being shown right down here is last year's video of the, like, first look at what a castle siege would kind of be like. So, yes. So you start as a pleb of a monster and can work your way to bigger monster. Yes. Yes, you can. And I'm excited for that. Actually, that reminds me of the comic artist we had last week. He has this extras comic where basically one of the people used their monster coin to turn themselves into a bigger monster just to terrorize their little sister.
Yeah.
Like,
that was possibly the funniest one out of all of them.
Terrorizing me again.
He's using a monster coin to terrorize me. But yeah, plan B, the horde coins, you can buy them.
Theater just was mentioning the same thing.
Yeah, you can buy into tiers for support, and you'll get a certain amount of them, or within the world you can find them as well, because I know during one live stream when they were running around, they were saying, yeah, wouldn't there be like a monster coin around here? And someone else said, yeah, right over there. So
there's
they would spawn in the world
flip-flop
apparently.
Somewhere.
yeah. So you can find them, and you don't necessarily like start as a little guy and level up. It's just you can use a coin to become that type of monster, be it the small guy or the big one or something in the middle.
Yeah. Sorry, I was low-key over here trying to get the headdress so I could try to put it on top of your head. But
on my
it wasn't
head.
Working very well. It's like the angle is wrong, so... Any idea if they can be traded so you could pull them all on one person? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's an in-game tradable or not. I know that, and this is kind of like the sucky thing, and I only say kind of because I understand what they're trying to do, but then, yeah, no pay to win is like, you can't even buy things to trade with somebody else because they consider that pay to win.
Yeah, because we were looking into maybe buying some stuff to do giveaways and whatnot, and they kind of said no.
However,
there's not gonna, at this time anyway, there's no plan to do anything where you can trade the cosmetics.
Yeah. However, with your guys' support, and as long as we keep on top of things, which I am part of the not keeping on top of things because I need to upload the videos, and I was meaning to while we were gone. It was really busy, but we're hoping once they open the content creator thing again to possibly be a part of that so that we can get access to those things like keys and whatnot to do a giveaway. It was really cool, and I also wanted to say I don't think I have said thank you yet, but to those of you that ended up helping to get one of those awesome keys for the awesome griffins, I just wanted to say thank you for the thoughtfulness and the help, and yeah, that just made my day.
Griffin.
Got a griffin. So,
but yeah, plan B. If you haven't gotten a lot of the information about this game yet, one of the big things they're against is any kind of pay to win. Like, even when you go to support the game by buying a support package, and they say you're going to get a skin for this and you're going to get skin for that, or you're going to get this mount or that mount, it's literally a skin. So if you get, say, a ground mount that just runs around on the ground, you'll first have to find a similar sized or whatnot ground mount that you apply the skin to. So you have to actually obtain the mount in game first, and then you can put a skin on top of it. You don't even get that mount from buying a package.
Yeah.
So
I would also say the link that I just shared with you is not only the link to this month's cosmetics, but also if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, it lists some of the options that you can buy into, such as Voyager Plus pre-order package, which gives you access to Alpha 2, Beta 1, Beta 2, 9 months of game time, about $125 worth of Embers, which is their in-game currency, if you will, and a bunch of other really cool things. But basically, Alpha 2 is a big thing. They also do that in just the regular Voyager pre-order pack. But each of these kind of have their own little things that they're offering. The shop also has, I think, maybe higher tiers than that. The Voyager pre. No, I think it just goes up to the Voyager Plus pre-order pack. So, yeah. Yeah,
I think they've dialed it back so you can only really upgrade farther if you were like a Kickstarter or summer backer.
Yeah. So.
Look at us turning into salespeople. They should pay us a wage.
Well, we kind of get one if you use our link, but aside from that, you know. The cool thing is, though, because Alpha 1 is just around the corner, and that was announced in the letter, so Alpha 2 should not be too far behind. I, for one, plan to be streaming Alpha 1, so if you guys are interested in that, as soon as I get this new job in the next couple months, unless Alpha 1 comes out before the end of February, I will probably be streaming it in my off time, because if it comes out before the end of February, well, I'll probably just be really busy trying to get that job.
And I know you're totally not biased at all in that statement, but it's true. It's true. It just does have the best mods.
But yeah, I think we've been live for a little over an hour, and you know, would love to keep this conversation going. Feel free to join our Discord. I'll go ahead and prompt the Discord again. Yes, we agree. We're part of the reason why the Kickstarter was semi-successful. And I say part because like 2 people buying in is not that much in the grand scheme of things, but
yeah, they're able to meet impact.
Yeah, they're able to meet goals though that they were planning for, which was really nice. So yeah. Because of our backing, we're kind of vested in making sure that we hear your feedback and make it known in our podcast. And that's why we always ask you guys, yeah, every little bit helps, but that's why we always ask you guys for what your opinions are, because perhaps maybe we are able to shed light on your views and thoughts and feelings in a way that another person can't. And if that's the case, and if Intrepid is able to hear even one new viewpoint that might help choose the future of Ashes, then I feel like we've done a successful situation, you know, as well as promoting other content creators and other community things. So, you know,
and we're going to get other Intrepid people on interviews. We're actually working through to try and get something to happen. So there's fun stuff coming up.
Something in the works, I will say.
So every once in a while when we get stuff that sounds super interesting, we're definitely scribbling down notes. So by all means, if you have questions, feel free to shoot them over to us. And we'll be making lists, and I don't even care about checking it twice. We're going to throw them all the questions. So
maybe we might be able to get bacon on. But I will go ahead and say that as of right now, until the influx of information rises, we will be keeping with our twice a month, the second and last weekend of the month. So our next stream will be the 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we are getting better at doing those notifications. Follow us on Twitter if you have one, and if you'd like to get notified or see some of the things that we're saying and retweeting, as well as our Discord, because you never know what pops into that Discord. Sometimes some nifty things happen. Sometimes we shake things up and need your opinions. So thank you guys, though. We definitely could not do any of this without your support and, you know, your attention, because having you guys stick with us for about an hour while we ramble on about interesting things, it's just
an hour and 20
awesome.
today.
Right.
without
Yeah,
a
it's
guest,
a little
by the way,
longer.
somehow.
But
Which is all right. I love it. I love it when you get a chance to just chat with you guys. It's fantastic.
yeah, we wanted kind of a more chill return. Welcome to 2020. Welcome to Vera. And we'll see you next time, guys.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your smiles and happy. Have a good day.
All the heart hands. Bye.